For me about Music for Life. So I created the company a few decades ago. It went through a lot of different metaphors, metamorphoses over the years as we adapted to different populations, different input of information. So I've been doing this for a long time, but it's always been focused on how can music be healing. And with my experience with that, literally thousands and thousands of patients and clients, I have come to discover that there tends to be what could be referred to as a blind spot for people when listening to music. And there can be entrapment when entrapment is not a word that they would use about the music. Um, and then what to do about it? If one is getting entrapped in certain listening regimens and staying trapped in anxiety, anger, depression, sadness that de-evolve into injurious behaviors for themselves or somebody else. And so how do we go about, navigating out of that entrapment? But first of all, even recognizing that there is an entrapment. So Music for Life stands for um, an umbrella system that is supporting wellness. Our mission is to disrupt the mental health crisis. My experience is that people underestimate the power of music. As a music therapist, I've got significant experience in how music heals, truly heals, and can process through problems, whether it be physiological, behavioral, emotional, mindsets. Uh, as a music therapist, we are trained to provide music therapy interventions that support higher functioning. And depending on the work setting and the client population, those techniques vary greatly in offerings, mostly music making. And then I delve into not only music making, but even more importantly, as the masses are concerned, music listening. And what are music habits? How would you identify music habits? How would you talk about music habits? And what can one share more deeply about their music habits or how they might transform and empower themselves differently utilizing music in what we call prescriptions, as opposed to just creating a playlist because, oh yeah, I need something for work. I need something for work that'll just keep me focused or minimize the distractions or keep certain people out because I know they don't like that kind of music. Well, I knew once a doctor who was either a doctor or a dentist that in the reception room would play a specific kind of music genre because he knew that that genre was not preferred by clientele that he did not want to serve.
Oh, wow. Really?
So he knew
Did it
that they would
work?
just automatically,
Did it
they
work?
could not be in the reception area. So music can be utilized a variety of ways, but it's Music for Life arms people with information where you don't know what you don't know until you take one of our courses. And then you go, oh, I didn't know that part. Whereas somebody else might go, oh, yeah, I knew about that, but I didn't know about that part. And you're like, well, of course, everybody knows that. So
Hmm.
it fills in the gaps of what you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know until you take the course. So we have trainings that are online on demand that serve mental health providers. And so we're redefining what a mental health provider is. It's not just a certified or licensed health professional,
Mhm.
it's also educators, it's also musicians, it's also caregivers. Since the pandemic, everybody, it seems, is being thrust with the responsibility of caring for somebody whose mental health may not be optimal.
Okay, that's good.
And then it's about how can you arm yourself with how to have a conversation about music, that will truly be supportive and not judgmental. Oh no, don't listen to that because, XYZ, only listen to my stuff. It's the good stuff. And so you learn how to navigate those conversations. You learn how to reference music elements in such a way that the conversation becomes more easy to navigate understanding and really starting to empathize with where that person is coming from because the conversation is different.
Mm. Wow.
So the bottom line is, when we take on this huge mission of wanting to disrupt the mental health crisis, it's like, what does that mean? Well, yeah, mental health crisis means that people are trapped in anger, anxiety, depression, sadness that support injurious behaviors of self or somebody else. And how can we navigate around that to dissolve entrapment in those unsettled emotions that spur those negative, injurious events? Active shooter incidences, domestic violence, road rage. I mean, go on and on and on about public behaviors that are injurious. And then, of course, suicide.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So it's a very heavy topic. People don't usually like to talk about it,
Hmm.
but this Music for Life system relates music listening habits or performance habits with entrapment. And then what to do about it. What is a prescriptive playlist? How do you navigate through that? So we do have an app for that. It's a patented app. It was launched along with my book. You see off to the corner here,
Living through others.
Thriving Through Adversity, prescriptive playlists to reclaim peace, joy, and purpose in life. And it is the companion to our app called Key to Me. So, me is actually spelled MEE. It is not a typo. It is an acronym in our protocol that stands for Music Exercising Emotions.
I noticed that.
And it supports you personally. This is a very individualized process. So imagine being able to have assistance with an app that helps you to create that prescriptive playlist. And what is that? What do I need to know more about so that I know how to create it? So it's a very carefully planned journey into yourself, understanding your personal music habits and how to consider more. So it's never going to tell you that you're wrong in what you're doing. It's going to take you to a deeper understanding about what you're doing with music habits. Why do you like to listen to this? What does it reflect? And so there's just a variety of guidelines that you go down once we get version 2.0 developed and launched, um, where you'll actually be able to create your own prescriptive playlist. With that, mental health providers, regardless of whether it's a licensed professional or just mom and dad trying to take care of their young ones, right?
Hmm.
Will be able to create prescriptive playlists that are very individualized and customized. So, the beauty about this umbrella system called Music for Life is that it honors all genres.
What do you mean? So what?
It recognizes that all genres
Uh,
might be used in this protocol.
oh, okay.
So when you think of, well, what is healing music? I don't know. What do you think of when you think of healing music? What would you call healing music?
To me, healing music will be, I mean, we all know how, well, a lot of people don't know, but how strong music is for us, right? It can make us feel sad, make us feel happy, make us remember good times, bad times. So for me, healing music will be a music that will create a better peace of mind, a better understanding of a different situation, or make me feel literally better. And because I personally I do that, there's certain kind of music that I use they work for me, right? When I feel a little anxious, when I feel like I need to calm down a little bit, when I have insomnia, I listen to a specific, type of music that help me go through that,
Mhm.
and it works for me. So that's what personally is for me. But the concept of therapy through music, like music for life, is very interesting.
Yeah, so it's taking what works for you and it broadens it in the event that there's a situation where suddenly what you thought has worked for you doesn't work in a particular situation. And it gives you options to consider what to do differently if what you're used to is not working
Mm.
in a particular situation. So, no matter where you're at, if you have your portable, powerful command center in your cell phone, right? Right in the palm of your hand, you can make this system work. So, I've recently or this year had to carry my cell phone taped to my surgical gown pocket so that when I went under anesthesia, the anesthesiologist knew that I was hopeful that there would be less pain medication and anesthesia used during the procedure. And the report back to me after the fact was that indeed, it wasn't as much as was thought was going to be
Okay.
needed. Yeah, and I recovered. I was awake within 15 minutes after getting into the recovery room and was up and walking.
So you were listening to music while they were having surgery on you?
Mhm. Yeah, and
Wow.
it was an interesting conversation because the surgeon was like, "Well, I want to listen to your music. I like all music." And I'm
I'm
like,
sure.
"Uh-uh. No, because the music I need to listen to needs to sedate me. I want you to be awake and fully functioning, so you better not be listening to my music."
Yeah. Did you build like a specific playlist for that occasion, for that purpose?
It's very, yeah, yeah. It's very specific though. Once you understand how this protocol applies to you personally, it's easier for you then to create the specialized playlists that are required. So doing the training is really essential to understand what is this life skill that you're going to use for the rest of your life
Mm.
and how will it guide you into this. So stay tuned because 2026 will be launching version 2.0 of the app. You'll be able to do all of this within the app. Um, but right now, you can absolutely take our trainings and learn more about that. And I would absolutely be happy to send you one of the trainings with a discount coupon so
Yeah,
that
thank
you
you.
can consider that because it truly is a life skill then that you can advise others about.
Yeah, I found it very fascinating. I was reading how it helped your husband, right, with his high blood pressure when he was in the hospital.
Hmm. Yep, and that was done.
So
That
this
was a
is this is
period.
more than mental health. This is physical. Well, like your case, you went through surgery and you didn't need that much medicine and anesthesia.
Right. So music activates instantly the central nervous system. In that activation, it absolutely affects physiology, behaviors, emotions, mindset. It can activate neurotransmitters that are responsible for releasing endorphins and other neurotransmitters that absolutely affect your physiology immediately.
That's cool.
So
Mhm.
there's so many different ways of addressing whatever it is you're wanting to have higher functioning with. Higher functioning meaning, you know what, I'm feeling really anxious right now and I don't want to feel anxious. I need to do not to feel anxious. Well, there's a formula for that. So we have mood formulas that you learn about, and it's how to take care of it in the moment. I'll give another example of we have one of our specialists who took the training, and he was a family support manager for abused children's shelter. And he said, I've got a little one, got, a new wife, new little baby, and I need to run. I need to keep myself healthy. So I'm going to listen to my preferred music when I'm running. And I know they don't want to listen to the music that I like to listen to, so that's my opportunity to listen to it while I'm running.
Mhm.
And and then when I come back, I can listen to whatever they want to listen to that would be more appropriate for them because he like metal,
Okay.
and more aggressive kinds of metal. And what he discovered after taking this course was that he started analyzing, various aspects of his life of where he used music. So he started looking at what was going on for him with his run. So he's trying to run a mile, and he's realizing that he's got aches and pains. And he's like, I wonder if I changed my music up, if that would change anything. So what he ended up doing was using a very unique mood formula, but he was educated then about how to modulate the mood formula to match his journey of running. And what happened for him is that the pain minimized. He was able to run longer, faster, and feel better at the end as a result of just changing up his playlists.
Oh,
He
wow.
still had preferred music, but he knew exactly when he needed to incorporate that. So
Wow.
he added more to it. Now he's training for a half marathon.
That's unbelievable.
So again, this was for him, his opportunity to look at, how,
Hmm.
what was he doing? I know another veteran who admitted that he had strong road rage, would not hesitate to flip his truck around and go chase somebody down if they pissed him off, right? And so he did this process very personalized. And his response to me was, "Thanks, Judith. I no longer like the music I used to love." And
Okay.
his road rage minimized.
Minimize. That's excellent. Wow. It's fascinating to listen to you and I always believe in how powerful music is. I mean, not at this level, of course, but this is definitely it's a whole different level to me. Um, what is so what's your role with the company? Are you the founder, the
I am
CEO?
the founder.
Okay. And what's a normal day look for you, Judy?
Mm. Well, I'm also recognized as a digital creator. So I spend a lot of time observing and noticing what's happening right now in our culture and in other cultures, but primarily our culture right now. And I also get Google alerts, so I'm always aware of what's coming in with specific keywords that I have placed in that so that I can keep up to date about what's coming out. I love to look at societal trends and to understand where the motivator is of those societal trends and how music could be involved, negatively or positively, whatever that is. And then I actually am a content creator on my platforms. So I'm creating pieces out of that discovery, and based on my entire music therapy experience, um, along with thousands and thousands of people's reports about how music works for them. So, in my book, Thriving Through Adversity, there are dozens of stories of clients and their experience with music applied like medicine. So, through my filters, I'm always looking at what is happening right now. Where is it being caused from? And where can I make a difference if it just is simply reporting and looking at how we can look at it differently. So I have platforms that I publish my content on. So I spend time doing that. And then because we have more than 50 platform integrations, I have to make sure they're all working properly in order for our robust platforms to work effectively. So our main website where everything shoots off from it is called themusicforlife.com. So it is the number four, like you see in the logo.
Mhm.
And it's the musicforlife.com. So it's a national brand. It's our trademark. We've had it for a few decades. And it's being present for people. What does that look like for you? So yeah, so I may have client sessions, but I kind of minimize that because I have a company to run. We actually have three companies within the Music for Life business. There's a foundation, there's a publisher, and there's a distributor. And they all work together. I'm the founder of all of it, and I have staff. And so I'm happy to report that we also have an investment team, and we're about to receive more funding in order to be able to ramp up and scale even more.
So you guys planning to expand, definitely, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. And since you mentioned you're a content creator, so you utilize and you using platforms to expand your business and get to
Mhm.
more people. Are you using any solutions like AI solutions to expand your business?
Absolutely. And we'll be doing more. I mean, there's just so many AI solutions out there. I have just, a small
Hmm.
bit of information about the ones that are working well for me. But we will be expanding automations in order to disrupt the mental health crisis. So AI is going to be a big part of our automations. Yes, we're using it now, and we're going to be using it much more. In fact, as the version two gets gaining speed, we'll have our own private AI network to collect all the data that will help drive even better solutions for our users.
How many subscribers do you have now?
It's less than 1,000. It's really kind of still in its beta. So the Thriving Through Adversity book that's off to the corner here is the companion to the app. So we're helping people to navigate through it and to understand its importance, but it's version 2.0 that's really going to take off. So
Mhm.
we're going to be growing it, developing it very quickly soon.
Okay, can you tell me more about, what's going well and what is not working well for your business plan at this moment?
Um, I would say that there is a lot of noise out in the market about music and how to use it. And there is nothing that I'm aware of on the planet that equals what the deep effects are of the Music for Life music medicine protocol. I don't know about other planets, but I know about this planet.
What what
And
what do
so,
you mean with the noise? Could you give me more details about that?
yeah, there's a lot of interest in aligning companies aligning with music and artists and how music is healing and how it helped me through this.
Okay.
And it's not negating those experiences, but it's elevating the challenges in certain music habits. So what is being recommended now, and particularly if you were to say, oh, I'm going to go into AI and I'm going to create a prescriptive playlist. I had someone do this recently and send me their playlist. I was like, oh, don't do that. That will not help you. That will not help you. So AI is not knowledgeable about how to create a prescriptive playlist. And what I've got very strong concerns about one is that just like the recent episode where there was an individual that died by suicide with AI assistance,
Oh, wow.
the same dramatic effect could happen with someone saying, "Oh, give me a prescriptive playlist for my depression," and it would not be what I would recommend.
Because it's not perfect. We know it needs And every tool that tells you you need to verify the information because it doesn't mean just because
Oh,
it's AI is 100%. It help you give you an idea, but it's not 100%, perfect. It's not. It's never gonna be. It's created by a
right,
human. It still need a human interaction.
right. So, for instance, with ramping up our research efforts, I cannot rely on AI to deliver uh, accurate research studies. It does not have the capability of doing that. And I realized that after was when it was first coming out, and I remember there was a keynote speaker that was being discussed, a medical professional who had uh, cited research, and people that followed up, to connect with that research discovered it was all bogus. The titles didn't match the dates and the journal. And it was, and he got it off of AI and didn't even check to see if the sources were valid.
Big mistake.
Uh,
Big mistake.
yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen
So
that.
yeah, so with that, I am struggling with doing certain things that I know can be automated. And so we're working with some companies right now to make better decisions about how we're going to incorporate AI quickly, so that it's like I'm at a point myself as someone coming into Music for Life saying, "Oh, I think I know what I'm talking about," right? I like music. It's me. Oh yeah, I think I know what I'm talking about. I have certain AI platforms that are my go-tos, right? But it's like, this much out of all that's out there, and we know it's going to keep escalating. And so I'm having to rely on professionals that are really working in the AI space to understand what it is that they have particularly focused on that may be different from another marketer that uses AI that wants to assist with operations. And so I'm filling in the gaps of trying to figure out what it is that I don't know so that I even know what to ask about, right? So I know that there are certain processes that we do with social media, with content, with um, clients and sales that can all be automated. And we have certain automated processes in place right now with email campaigns that we're getting better at. So, yeah, there's just so much.
It is.
So, um,
It is a lot.
I'm a sponge that just wants to soak it all up and to learn about what I don't know.
Oh well, that's where we come to place. People like my company, like myself, we can talk to you, get to know, what do you need, what are the plans, and help you navigate because I cannot just come to you and say, okay, Judith, I got this for this, because like you said, we only have a little corner of the big picture. And it's
Hmm.
so much that we can do, so much that you can customize based on what you need. So I don't have
Hmm.
anything right here to give you to alleviate that or help you with that, but we can create something together. We can test it out and see if it works for you. And
Hmm.
like it's working for a lot of companies. Me myself, I'm still implementing tools for my own benefits for my company and learning how to use it. I spend hours today, just working on some automation that will make my life better and my company product a lot better. So
Hmm.
that's why, I like to have this podcast to get to know you, your business, which is amazing. It's fascinating. And see how we can maybe, I'm not a salesman, but maybe we can have like a partnership where, well, we can provide a solution to help you grow the company, take it where you want to take it. What do you think?
Yeah, we can absolutely have that conversation. As I said, I'm a sponge right now, soaking up information to figure out what else do we need that I don't even know that we need,
Yeah,
where
true.
it will help us. Because again, our mission is to disrupt the mental health crisis. And that's a huge order.
So what
And
what
so
what
we have to be.
what we can do is, I'm sorry, is we can meet up again, hopefully in Riverside is up and running again, and we can select those pain points they call it. what we would like to do, and then make a list and talk about it and see, what we can start building for that purpose. Could
Hmm.
be, another 30 minutes. I don't want to take a lot of your time and see, what we can build and implement it for your benefit. What do you think about that?
Yeah, certainly. And I'm gathering information as we
Hmm.
speak, so
That'd be
I'll
great,
be
even better.
more knowledgeable too.
Yes, even if you can, collect uh, the stuff that you would like to implement, what we like to see, because when it comes to this, the sky's the limit. Is
Yeah.
is is try to build something and we can test it to see well, let's try this solution,
Hmm.
and then we test it to
Hmm.
see if it works. And everything, the best part about it, everything you can customize it, you can add it, you can remove, you can modify. It doesn't stay one way. It's literally just adding more. It's like a baby that we can grow, add, remove,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
make it better. And once it's in place like that, it will make a lot of sense for you because it's gonna help you understand how it runs, the knowledge behind it, and I'm telling you, this whole automation is unbelievable. It's growing by the minute.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
yeah. So I really appreciate your time. We're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you for your time, Judith. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna collect the notes here, and I'm gonna send you my calendar so you can book whenever it's convenient for you. Maybe early around the same time, maybe next week, so we can talk more about those things. So you can collect your notes, and we can talk about it again. Okay?
Yeah. Just know that I'm traveling next week, so it'll have to be the week after that.
That's not a
So we're
problem.
probably looking at November.
Yeah, I'll send you the calendar. I'll send you a reminder
Okay.
too. My assistant can send you a
Okay.
reminder as well. And we can book whenever it's convenient for you so we can talk more because this has been great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay.
Bye
Uh-huh.
bye.